This video is sponsored by Artlist. One of the biggest issues I have as a cinematographer and a content creator is that I do want to be in the shot too. Well, am I alone here? And so, it is often quite hard to find someone you can film with, especially if you want to get epic shots like these. Well, hence this video. This is how to film yourself. So first, what do you need to film yourself? And your number one best friend is a tripod. Tripod can be very versatile, especially when you're filming by yourself. And for this one, I'm currently using the newest Falcam Tree Root carbon fiber tripod because this is a light and sturdy at the same time. But do get a tripod that can at least extend to your height, so at least you have a lot of flexibility in terms of angles. And of course, the second on our list is a camera. In my case here, I do have the Sony a7S III because it shoots full frame 4K up to 120 FPS. But I do recommend getting at least a 60 FPS so that in post-production you get a lot of flexibility editing it. And for the lens, I would highly recommend getting a zoom lens like the Sigma 24-70 or the Sony 24-70 GM version 2 because this lens is versatile enough to give all the shots that you need without wasting any time. Now let's not forget another important thing is the audio. In my case here, I'm using the Comica VM30 wireless shotgun microphone so that it gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of range. If you want to film yourself away from the camera, you definitely need some sort of wireless microphone so that you can capture crispy audio of your voice. And for my second mic, I'm currently using it. It's the Sony ECM B10 shotgun microphone. This one is a hot shoe powered microphone, so you don't need any aux cable. I especially use this mic 80% of the time because it has modes that I can utilize in my daily content creation. You can capture a clean audio with a simple talking head like this, or it has an omnidirectional recording so you can record ambient or surrounding sounds. And lastly, I would highly recommend some sort of wireless control. In my case, I'm a Sony shooter, so I do have the Sony Creator app, which allows me to control my camera in terms of aperture, ISO, shutter speed, and all the things that I can access here in the app. Having this as my wireless control and display allows me to perfectly frame my shot without any hassle. Now that we got the essential gears, the main question is, why would you film yourself in the first place? I think the very short answer to this is that we would like to romanticize ourselves for a certain reason. Or if you're a content creator like me, I usually film myself so I can put value to my audience and create a greater impact in my life and to other people. Or it can be to inspire others, or if you want to document your life and see yourself 10 or 20 years from now, or even just see ourselves in those epic shots because it's cool. Before anything else, it's crucial to plan out your shots and script before even pressing the record button. And that is why knowing your goal or purpose for that video will make everything easier. But of course, sometimes we are caught up with unexpected situation or locations, so don't worry and go ahead and improvise with those shots. Just be gentle on yourself if you don't get that perfect shot. So, now for the shots. Do understand that filming by yourself will be time consuming because technically you are a one-man band. And so there are 3 types of shots I do in every scene. So the first type of shot is the wide angle, or known as establishing shots.
Oh my god, I'm just playing with them now, yeah. Oh my god, what she saying, say it loud.
Because this type of shot is used for revealing certain settings, location, or even situation that correlates with your subject. And so this type of shot is vital in terms of storytelling. The second type of shot is the medium shot.
Oh my god, I'm just playing with them now, yeah. Oh my god, what she saying, say it loud.
This shot tends to have an even weight between the subject and the background. It is often used to emphasize action or body language, or even a little bit of facial expression while preserving some of the details of the background. And the third type of shot is the close-up shot.
Oh my god, I'm just playing with them now, yeah. Oh my god, what she saying, say it loud, yeah.
This usually highlights important details within the story that you want to present to your audience. This can be a watch, or a close-up shot of the eye, someone crying, someone smiling. This usually emphasizes emotion and what the character is going through within that storyline. This is why we want to use a zoom lens such as the 24 to 70, because the 24 covers the establishing shots, the 35 to 50 which covers the medium shots, and the 70 for the close-up shots. It will save you a lot of time when filming by yourself. Another optional type of shot is the POV. It is very subjective depending on your style and the shot that you're trying to get. POV does bring a unique style and feel to your audience because it brings them to the point of view of the subject or a certain item. Now, when you're editing, let's not forget about the sound design. Sometimes you actually just need the music to get it right, or sometimes you actually have to plug an ambient sound or sound effects to elevate the shot. And that is why you need the omnidirectional microphone so that you can capture the ambient sound, or a wireless microphone to capture a certain sound. And use sound effects to fill all the gaps or increasing the tension or releasing the tension of the story. Speaking of sound, if you want to save yourself some time and hassle, Artlist got your back. So I'm happy to tell you guys that this video is sponsored by Artlist. I've definitely been using Artlist for quite some time, and throughout my career, I tell you guys, they're actually one of the best. Artlist is an all-in-one platform for content creation, providing you the best music, sound effects, high quality footages, and a lot more. I definitely been using Artlist before they even sponsored me. One thing I really like about them is how they continuously update their assets, because whenever I'm in a look for a really good music that goes with my videos and also not overused, Artlist constantly add high quality and talented artists so that finding the best music has never been easy. Another thing I really like is their AI powered search engine. So searching for the right footages are easier than before. You'll be able to get accurate results by just using a brief explanation or even jargons, and it will get it right for you. Not only they are trusted by top brands such as Google, Microsoft, and more, but Artlist offers a lot on the table. You can find high quality templates, plugins that is compatible with multiple editing softwares, and a designated app for both photo and video editing. Now, they have 5 tiers for pricing plan to make it very flexible to all levels, with unlimited downloads applied to all plans. They have one for social media, and if you want to upgrade it to the pro version for your paid ads and client work, I was actually using the pro version for all my freelance work. The third one is for footages and templates if you need high quality footages for your videos. The fourth one is Artlist Max, which gives you everything that you need for content creation and client work. Basically, your entire toolkit for music, sound effects, footages, templates, plugins, and apps all in one place. And the last one is for bigger companies that has over 100 employees. So after watching this video, head to my description below and you can sign up for free. And if you decided to get an annual plan, you'll get 2 months subscription free if you sign up with my link. Thanks again Artlist for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to the video. Now that everything is ready for editing, while still shots is quite powerful on its own, I would highly recommend incorporating some sort of digital camera movement such as zoom, pan, or rotate. Let's start off with zoom in effect. It is often used to emphasize focus on a certain detail of the shot. You often see it in the beginning of the video to create some sort of tension or focus for your audience. The zoom out, on the other hand, is the release of tension, and it reveals more element of the shot, and that is why you often see it in the end of the video. The pan effect is a camera movement from either left to right or right to left to create some sort of progression to the story. Now for the rotation, you can incorporate this type of effect to create a unique style or perspective to your shot. Lastly, why not combine it all so you can create that unique perspective that captures your audience? While you might lose a little bit of detail, but that unique shot is definitely an eye-catching one. So my last advice for filming by yourself is to check your surrounding. See if it's okay and safe to film, and leave your camera at a certain point, because we don't want anyone to be taking our equipment while we're in the distance filming. And that is why sometimes for me, I'm very picky with the place I film due to gear safety reasons. Because for me, this camera here is very expensive and this gear is the one feeding me, and so losing this will be quite troublesome. Lastly, don't be afraid to film yourself. Keep practicing even if no one is looking or everyone is looking, because it's all about you creating that shot that you will be proud of later on. It's about the message you want to portray to your audience to better someone's mood, inspire them, or encourage them and motivate them to do something, and overall create a greater impact on someone's life. And that is why we like romanticizing our videos, because you'll never know who you'll be helping with this journey. So that's it for me. I really hope you find something valuable in this video. Hit the like button if you find this video helpful. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And as always, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you, and you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Go, look at it go.